Project broadcast landing pages are a wonderful tool, but one problem that some people run into is that the page can start to get a little bit long. You may wonder if you can mimic the behavior that you see on some other websites out on the internet, where there will be buttons or links at the top that help the viewer hop down to navigate to other sections of the page. Well, the answer is yes, you absolutely can. And it's very simple to do with just a little bit of code. No. Don't panic. Stay with me. When I say code, that doesn't mean you have to be able to write code. You have to be a software developer, any of that. If you know how to copy and paste, you can do this. Let's dig in and see how this is done. So what you're looking at here is a Project Broadcast landing page, or PBLP. And as you can see, I have these buttons here that then skip down to other areas of the page. For example, if I click on Style Quiz, then you can see up here at the top in the navigation, it has added this little hashtag quiz at the end of the link, and that is a specific page area. So I have to have a little bit of code on my page that will identify this area as being special, as being where the browser needs to take the viewer when they go to hashtag quiz or #quiz. And these buttons can of course be, anywhere on the page, but the idea of having them at the top is that they give the viewer a little preview of what they're about to see. And anytime they revisit that page, they can shortcut right to where they need to go. So to look under the hood of this page, I'm going to open it in my Project Broadcast account, and I'm here on the editing screen. Now, the first job that you'll have before you is just the decision of where do you want these buttons to go. So do you have maybe 3 to 6 areas on the page that you want to navigate people to? And once you've identified an area that you want to do that, then you need to go to that area. I've identified here's where I want the viewer to go. So I'm going to go over here to the content blocks that I have as options and add an HTML block. Wiggle, drag it onto my page, and I'm going to put it just above that little divider. Content blocks always default to saying hello world, but you just need to click there and delete the code that's displaying hello world. Paste in your code that you'll get from me in the description below. So this code, this part is just a comment in the code, just so that if you come back to it later and you're like, what was this? It is reminding you, it's establishing this location as being special. And you're going to give this location an ID. This is called an anchor on your page. And this ID goes right here inside the quotation marks. And so if you want to have a section on your page that's called key info, you can type in key info. It can't have any spaces in it, but it can have a dash. So that's how I generally will have multiple word sections on my page. So this code is showing that this little section on the page is key-info. Now this code block is going to be completely invisible to the naked eye. If someone's just scrolling on your page, they're not going to see anything there. It is solely for the benefit of the person's computer browser, so that it knows behind the scenes that there's something special about this spot on your page. It has a name. It is called key-info. But the next thing you need to do is actually point to it. So we've created the location on the page, we've created the anchor, but we now need to have a button that's going to navigate people to that spot. So going up here, go here, wiggle to add a button to your page, wherever you want it to go, and give it a name. Give it whatever formatting you want of the colors and such. But the main thing we're after here is the action associated with that button. So the action options go right here. You want it to open a website, because this is a website. It's a specific spot on your PBLP. But instead of typing in a URL that you'd be used to that ends with .com or whatever, you are just going to put in that anchor name that you gave it, key-info. That doesn't really look like a URL, but it will work, I promise. And then here's a key thing. With the target, instead of opening that in a new tab, you want it to feel to the user not like they're opening a brand new website, but like it just shifted them down the page, right? So we want it to open in the same tab instead of in a new tab. And so that should do it. So you can repeat that process for all of the different spots on your page you want to navigate to. And then we can click save and test it out and make sure that it worked. Okay, I've saved my changes to my page. Let me refresh it so those changes will show up. And they did. So let's test this out. If I click on this new key info button, it hops me down to that section of the page. I can even click back to go back to the top. So it all worked beautifully. Now, you don't have to do this with buttons. So really anything on your landing page that can point to a website. So it could be a hyperlinked piece of text. It could be an image that is clickable to go to a link. Any of those things that can accommodate a link destination can be used to navigate the page. By the way, the page you just saw is just one of the templates that I offer inside my SparkHub program. So SparkHub is software and more that helps you to add an event management system and a customer follow-up system on top of your existing Project Broadcast account. In particular, we help to spice up your landing pages. For instance, this one welcomes the guest by name. It features the host using a note that they wrote that we put on the page for you. It shows your key dates in the correct time zone with add to calendar functionality and more. So if you're a SparkHub user, you never have to actually add any of that information to your page. It's all automated for you, so you never have to edit from one event to the next. And that's on top of other functionality like automatically enrolling your guests in your exact texting plan, mixing in your host coaching, including a host portal into your plan, and more. So make sure to check out SparkHub at my link in the description below. So I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Enjoy creating great pages for your audience and making it super easy for them to find their way around. And don't forget to see how SparkHub can help run your events for you with ease, including automated content on your Project Broadcast landing pages and enrollment in your texting plan. Make sure to check out my demo at the link below. I'll see you next time.